Hello everybody, I'm Elwirfy, and today I wanted to talk about something that is, I think, a little more lighthearted. I think we've been talking about a lot of serious stuff on the channel recently, and I wanted to kind of change things up, make it a little lighter and enjoyable. So as you can tell from the title, I have been watching a lot of weird stuff on the internet, mostly because I think horror stuff is really cool, and I don't have a lot of experience with horror, stories, games. I'm just not experienced, and I'm happy to admit that. And I was thinking maybe about playing a horror game on the channel. Maybe I have the full Fear series. I don't know if that would be entertaining or not. It's a FPS. I've been thinking about it. I haven't played it very much. I played a little bit of it a while ago, and nobody really watched the series, so I'm not pushing that hard for it. But I don't know. Maybe we could just talk about it. Maybe I could do it as like a writing thing. I don't know. I kind of want to get into the horror genre, or at least somewhat dip my foot in the water of, the idea of making, I guess, something that some people are calling it is an ARG, or like a, what is it called? Like a alternate reality game. I don't know. There's all kinds of cool stuff on YouTube. Like, I saw this one video of this kid who like pretends to be trapped in his bedroom forever and stuff, and that was really interesting. I don't know. And I'm watching a lot of stuff about the Backrooms and SCP stuff, and I don't know. There's like a lot of really cool stuff, and I'll admit I don't have the animation capability to make cool Backrooms / SCP style videos, which sucks because I really would really want to, but I just don't have the resources to do that. Now, in terms of writing, I'm certainly interested in the idea of just writing out an interesting story and just reading it to you guys. And I don't know how you would feel about that. I could certainly throw in some non-copyright background music to make it creepy, show footage of, creepy imagery, I guess, like dark corners and stuff. I don't know. And then just read off like a little story. I don't know. I'm feeling really brainstorming and really kind of in the open, like up to everything, especially for the Backrooms. I don't know. I've heard there's some cool mods to put and I've seen it. I've watched Minecraft in the Backrooms, but I always feel like in those videos, because there's a monster, that like, because for sure there's a monster, it kind of, to me, takes away some of the creepiness. I think it'd be cool if you could have a random chance of getting a monster in your world that could reset or something. So maybe there's a monster, maybe there's no monster at all, and then you're just going nuts. I think that'd be really cool. And especially to have multiple levels, and I don't know. I feel like there's a big opportunity here, and I'd love if you guys could comment below if you have the mod for Minecraft that you could make the Backrooms in Minecraft, or if you have ideas of where I could post like a story for the Backrooms or SCP things, and just to like kind of make some I guess you would call it fan fiction stuff. I don't really see it that way as like, because I'm not like a fan of these things. I'm more of like an interested, third party, I guess you could say, who wants to kind of be involved, but not in like a too heavily committed way. Because I don't want to get like so far into it that I end up buying too much unnecessary equipment that I don't need for the channel. But I don't know. I've really loved the idea of the Backrooms, especially as I've been watching more and more videos on it, and there's a lot of weird ass stuff. But I will admit that seeing the other levels beyond the first one where the image comes from, to me, kind of takes away a little bit from the experience, just because, I don't know. The whole point of the Backrooms to me was the idea of playing with the concept of what it'd be like to be in an infinite area alone, right? And that being alone in and of itself, like the fear of being alone, would be part of the horror. So for me, I'd rather have like a Backrooms experience where there are no entities in it, right? Where it is really just about someone by themselves. To me, that's a more compelling story, because it's kind of like just being trapped on a desert island, except it's featureless. And like obviously in the story, if I was making up a story, they'd probably bring equipment and stuff. They might think they see other people, but they probably aren't. I think there's great opportunity that I might be missing out on here, and I really want to kind of push these kind of stories forward in whatever form that takes, whether it be like through a game like Minecraft, or just writing out and reading narration, or shoot, even better, if there is a Backrooms game, I could certainly play that. Again, I've been looking into this stuff, and there seems to be a lot of game. I just can't tell which game is like good to buy if I am going to buy a game for that, just to experience the Backrooms. I don't know. I'd like to try it out and see how we do. How else do I want to put this? Oh yeah. So if I do end up managing to get involved in these projects one way or another, Is this something I would also need a second channel for? Hopefully not. Again, I've put pretty much whatever the heck I want on this channel, and I know ultimately it is up to me. But would going into the horror genre, like if I just play Fear, for example, instead, like if I decide, okay, all this stuff is really cool, but you know what, I just want to end up replaying Fear or playing Dead Space, you know what I mean? Would you guys want to see this on like a side channel for like horror games and stuff? I don't know, right? Or like telling creepy stories. Would that be weird? I probably would just put it on this channel just because I want to keep you guys involved, keep the community together, because to me that's what's most important. But I don't want to, again, take away from the issue of you guys having not joined this channel in order to have horror things, right? We're here to talk about, for the most part, things that I wasn't able to talk about before, and generally I try and avoid controversial things, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about, depending on how important it is to the platform, especially considering the last video we did. That one was pretty important, and I hope that as I'm recording this, it's still going on. So we'll see. So especially with the again going back to the Backrooms, I don't know. I'm just so fascinated with it. I'd love to know what you guys think of the Backrooms itself as being a main source of inspiration for creating stories and for wanting to make new content on YouTube about it, because a lot of Backroom stuff is actually just like this really complicated like animation stuff that people do, and I've had a lot of great ideas. I don't have the skills for it. I don't even know what program they're using. I think it's probably Photoshop or some sort of other animation thing that might be obvious in the future, but honestly it's really hard to know for me what the right path is. I mean, shoot, I'm happy to make, a bunch of YouTube shorts and make it into a hidden playlist that you guys could just follow along if you want. Like, that'd be fine too. Not as a choose your own adventure, just so it doesn't clog up the channel with a bunch of short videos. I can make a single short video that then would lead to more short videos. And when I say short videos, I don't mean like YouTube shorts. I mean like just a short YouTube video, like a 1 minute video, 2 minute, 3 minute, whatever, for an intro, and then there'll be thumbnails or links or whatever within the video embedded to help progress the story. That way, again, the channel doesn't get actually clogged publicly with a bunch of stuff, and that people can just enjoy kind of the horror aspect on its own, which would be really cool. I think that'd be a really fun way to experience it as well. I love choose your own adventure stories. I've always thought those are really fun, and I cannot wait to see what kind of stuff people come up with, especially considering the fact that as we, again, progress further and further into not only my own exploration of horror themes, but also for you guys as well. I do encourage you, if you haven't heard of the Backrooms, SCP stuff, or literally any horror thing, feel free to do so. I think it'd be a really cool experience for the channel, and I think it'd be cool. I'm going to look into, because I played Slender Man a while ago, and people really like that back when it was popular and stuff. I'm not going to play that again, because now it's really boring, and he just kills you at the end. Spoilers, whoops, oh well. It's been years, okay? It's not really that fun. It's not a good game. But I think there's potential here for horror stuff, at least to try out. I played that other game with my friend Digistarter, where we, were sent down into the depths of some like creepy sci-fi basement and stuff. I don't even remember what it was necessarily, but the point is, I think horror is something I'd like to explore more, and I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. And I would think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. I think there's a lot of great things that we could certainly talk about and stuff, or get into at the very least. And yeah. One last thing. I haven't played most traditional horror games, so any suggestions are okay. Like, I have not played Amnesia. I have not played Dead Space 2 or Dead Space or any of those. I haven't played. Well, I tried to play Outlast on a second channel, and I couldn't. The puzzles just confused me too much, so I might need to watch a walkthrough of that. But then that might take away from the horror aspect. So I'll see about that one. I don't really want to play anything too puzzly. Just up front, because like if it's anything more than Portal, I'm probably not going to enjoy it, because I'm just suck at puzzle games. Just as an upfront thing, no puzzles, please. But then anything else horror related would be absolutely wonderful, and I'd definitely love to check that out if I don't already own it. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I absolutely do appreciate every single subscription, every single view, like, and comment. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next time.